Caused the Supreme Court fire. Showers exceeding 100 millimeters expected today as well. Telecom towers vandalized as Indian farmers continue to protest.
A very good afternoon. You're watching Lunchtime News on TV1. On to your top story of the day. The Unduap Poya, which falls on today, is the last full moon Poya day of the year and commemorates the arrival of Sangamitta Theri in Sri Lanka with a bow sapling from the sacred Jayasri Mahabodhi from India during the month of Unduap.
Sangamitta Theri was accompanied on this voyage of utmost importance by several members of the royal family who had entered the Sasana. Many important events of the Buddha Sasana took place on Unduap full moon Poya day. The chronicles says that King Devanampiyathissa had made a request from King Dharmashoka to present the country with a sapling of the Jayasri Mahabodhi. Today commemorates the arrival of Sangamitta Theri in Sri Lanka with a bow sapling from the sacred Jayasri Mahabodhi in India during the month of Unduap. Chronicles also say that the Bhikkhu Sasana, or the order of Buddhist nuns, was established on a day like today. Unduap Poya is an important day for Buddhists across the country as it commences the Siripa pilgrim season. Devotees were present today to pay homage to the Anuradhapura Jayasri Mahabodhi and Ruwanvali Mahasaya. According to our correspondent, the necessary health regulations were followed by the public. Religious observances were carried out at the temple of the sacred tooth relic in Kandy today as well. A Sambuddha Puja was held at the Shakyamalake opposite the Capital Maharaja Group premises. Viharadhikari of the Hunupitiya Gangarame temple, Venerable Professor Kirinde Assajithero, arrived at the Shakyamalake to hold the Sambuddha Puja. Harrison's Shipping Private Limited of the Capital Maharaja Group sponsored today's event.
Adhivase tuno bhante bhojanang parikampitang.
The Sripada pilgrim season begins today and will continue until the Vesak Poya. The sacred objects placed at the Sripada Rajamahavihare in Galpottaba Pelmadulla were taken in procession following religious observances last morning. Meanwhile, the Nuwara District COVID-19 Eradication Committee requested the public not to visit Sripada due to the spread of the pandemic.
Surrad saman samagin sura gan evar pehnad madara par satu.
To all pilgrims who will visit the Sripada during this time, you are requested to adhere to all health guidelines of public health inspectors in the area. When travelling across the region, you will encounter many police checkpoints. Please provide accurate information to the police officers at these checkpoints regarding your identity and where you are travelling from.
මේ ආදී කරුණු ගැන විමසුවහොත් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ඒ තොරතුරු සත්‍ය තොරතුරු ලබා දීමට කටයුතු කරන්න.
Sites of archaeological importance in Sri Lanka are being destroyed as officials have not paid adequate attention on conserving them. This is a special report on that.
This is the historic Gannura Rajamahavihara believed to be constructed during the reign of King Buwanakabahu V. The general public points out that the temple is in a state of decay due to the lack of attention from the relevant authorities. This historic site believed to be built during the time of the Gampala kingdom. The temple is located 2 kilometers down the Gannoro road. This is located close to the Gannoro war site where heroic Sri Lankan guerrilla warriors fended off invading Portuguese forces. The ancient frescoes and other attributes of this historic site are going to ruin.
The
state of the Thalaguna Vihare located in Kandy is no different. It is considered to have been built at the location where King Dutugamunu rested with his armies on his march to the Battle of Vijayapura. This site offers a picturesque view of Kandy, Matale, Kurunegala and Mahiyangane, and also adds beauty to the Hunaskiriya, Hantana, Alagala and Niligala mountain ranges. However, area residents allege that officials are not too concerned in preserving this historic site. These residents also highlighted attempts made by treasure hunters to ransack this historic site. These people strongly believe that it is the duty of the government to protect these sites of historic importance. Should authorities take the necessary measures to protect these sites of historic importance for the countless generations to come?
In one of your headline-making stories this afternoon, the government analyst's report points out an unextinguished cigarette cannot be ruled out as the cause of the fire at the Supreme Court complex.
The government analyst report points out that an unextinguished cigarette butt may have caused the fire at the Supreme Court complex. The police, quoting the reportment of the government analyst department, said that it was confirmed that the fire was not caused by an electrical leak. The police added that investigations conducted into the incident had revealed that members of the minor staff had occasionally smoked cigarettes at this location. Police are extensively conducting investigations to identify the individual who smoked the cigarette that caused the fire. 3 teams from the CID are investigating the fire. The police said that facts have been reported to court based on the report of the government analyst department. The fire erupted on the ground floor of the complex on the 15th of December. The fire had not damaged any documents at the court complex.
The Central Committee of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party will convene tomorrow. The meeting will be chaired by Party Chairman and former President Maithripala Sirisena. Spokesperson of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, Veerakumara Disanayaka, said that the Central Committee will convene at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Discussions will be held on the future plans of the party. In more local news, the Government Information Department, quoting the Director General of Health Services, said 3 COVID-19 deaths were confirmed yesterday, raising the total number of fatalities in Sri Lanka to 194.
Deceased have been identified as a 90-year-old male from Darga town, an 83-year-old male from Teldenia and a 57-year-old female from Kalutara South. Currently, the total number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the island has increased to 41,603. Out of the total cases, 8,188 patients are receiving treatment at hospitals under medical supervision. The total number of recoveries in Sri Lanka has risen to 33,221.
We know that the COVID-19 vaccine is being administered. Certain world leaders have also gotten the vaccine. Look at Asia. Countries like Maldives, Bangladesh and India are ready to distribute the vaccine. In the meantime, our leaders are trying out a tonic. The World Health Organization has given 10 billion rupees, and on the other hand, the tickets should be purchased from the close associates of the government. They are attempting to obtain a loan of 10 billion rupees from the World Health Organization. Instead of giving concessions to Wilma, if that money was spent on the vaccines, the people would have at least had a vaccine by now.
Meanwhile, 39 people lost their lives in accidents that were reported in the island during the past 8 days.
From
the 20th of this month to 6 a.m. this morning, 39 people died as a result of motor accidents in the country. Also, a total of 527 accidents have been reported during this same time period. About 360 people have been injured in these motor accidents. This is a sad state of affairs. Analyzing the statistics, we can see that pedestrians, passengers, people travelling in three-wheelers and on motorbikes have become victims of these motor accidents.
යතුරු පැදිවල ගමන් කරන අය වින්දිතයෝ බවට පත් වෙලා තියෙනවා මරණකරුවෝ බවට පත් වෙලා තියෙනවා.
Update today. According to the Department of Meteorology, heavy showers can be expected in the provinces of North, North Central, Eastern, Northwestern and Uva. Duty meteorologist Udeni Veerasinghe expressed the following views regarding the weather situation.
Several spells of showers will occur in the northern, eastern, north central, northwestern and Uva provinces and in Matale and Kandy districts. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places after 10 p.m. in Sabaragamuwa and western provinces and in Nuwara, Galle and Matara districts. Fairly heavy showers, about 75 millimeters, can be expected at some places in these areas. The general public is requested to take precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers.
United States of America. President-elect Joe Biden claims that agencies critical to U.S. security have suffered enormous damage at the hands of the Trump administration.
Biden said his team was not getting the information it needed, including from the Department of Defense, as it makes its transition to power. U.S. President-elect Joe Biden takes office on the 20th of January, but President Donald Trump has refused to accept defeat in November's election. For weeks after the election, Biden was blocked from receiving key intelligence briefings, an essential and normal routine of a presidential transition. Following Biden's remarks yesterday, Acting Defense Secretary Christopher Miller said officials had been, quote, working with the utmost professionalism to support transition activities, unquote. He further said, quote, the Department of Defense has conducted 164 interviews with over 400 officials and provided over 5,000 pages of documents, far more than initially requested by Biden's transition team, unquote.
Foreign media reports the EU and China are close to reaching a long-awaited business investment deal.
The pact, expected to be finalized this week, will give the European Union firms better access to the Chinese market and improve competition conditions. Talk on the investment deal began in 2014 but have been stuck for years over a number of issues. However, officials said that the rising trade tensions between the US and China may have helped change the Chinese position. The deal comes hot on the heels of UK's post-Brexit trade agreement with the EU, which was announced last Thursday.
And with that, it's a wrap of lunchtime news for today. And remember, to stay ahead, you need to stay close to News First. For that, just simply log on to our website, that is www.newsfirst.lk. I'm Tarshi Kumar Singha. Have a nice day.